Hey guys, welcome. This is Marwan from MarwanKillerFitness.com, and as you know, I'm here on the Delmonte Protein Challenge. And I wanted to bring you a detailed explanation on how I managed to lose 1.5 inches last week, which was doing weights and no cardio. So we spoke in the first week about having the need to up the carbs because I was feeling tired, wasn't getting enough calories, and wasn't performing that well in the gym. So what we did for the second week, or what I did for the second week, is started using methods called carb cycling, carb backloading, and calorie cycling. What basically calorie cycling means is you're cycling the amount of calories that you're having each day. So for example, on the higher volume days, it's consuming 5 meals. On the lower volume days, I was having 4 meals. And on training days, I was having 4 meals as well, but on completely different amounts of micronutrients, so different amounts of fats, protein, and carbohydrates. Now, carb backloading, what basically means is you put your carbs towards the end of the day after you train. So for the most part of last week, I've been training early AM. So what I'll do, my first meal would be protein and hypertrophy because I'm training within 2 hours of my meals. And the reason why I'm not having fats with it is because if you have a large amount of fats, and if I'm having a lot of fats, then I've got to wait a little while before I can train because the digest is a lot slower than proteins. And I find that I don't perform as well on a full stomach than I'll do just having proteins. So I'll put my carbs to after my workout. So in the higher volume days, it'll be 2 meals after the workout and another one immediately after. And on the lower volume days, I'll be using carbs after my workouts. And then there'll be continuation of protein and fats. Now if I was to train say early afternoon, and I would have had a couple of meals by then, so I would have protein and fats at the beginning, and then I'll have a protein only if I'm training in the early afternoon. Carb cycling, again, the benefits of the carb cycling, what it basically is you're cycling the amount of carbs that you're having each day. So on the higher volume days, I was having 2 meals with carbs and protein. On the lower volume days, I was having 1 meal with carbs. What that basically does is allows the body to use fats for energy rather than using the carbs, rather than burning carbs for energy. If you're only burning carbs for energy, then you basically, all you're doing is trying to burn off the food that you're eating all the time rather than using the body's reserves. And also you hear a lot of people talking about, yeah, I've got to have glycogen, I've got to have glycogen. Well, yes, that's true in a way, but the muscle has only got a limited supply of glycogen depending on how much you weigh in terms of muscle mass and how much various other factors. If you have too many, then what will happen is the body will store them in the liver as fats, basically. And that's not something which I really want to do. So that was the benefit of using kind of the carb cycling and the carb backloading. So each time the tank is full, then you empty the tank and so on. So you're never at a stage whereby the fats will have to spill over onto fats, as body fat. So that was my main purpose of doing this video. The types of carbs that I was having mainly slow digesting carbs, such as quinoa and sweet potatoes. So I'll have a watery carb, and then I have a non-watery carb for the past week. And I find that goes really well with my goals and what I'm trying to achieve. And it's worked out quite well. And also, if you stick to the same amount of carbs all the time, not only will the body get used to it, but also you'll stagnate. as you know, the body has various hormones that control various actions. So, for example, leptin controls a lot of things. It's one of the master hormones in the body. If you're not having enough carbs when you're training, then you're not going to be burning fat. You're not going to be building muscle, because leptin declines to about base levels after about 5 days. So the reason behind having 2 meals of carbs on the higher volume days is to A, boost leptin levels, and to help me work out a lot better in the gym the next day. But quickly realised after the first week that having only 1 meal of carbs every single day that I was working out just wasn't going to work, even if I was to use proteins and fats, because the volume was just too much to be able to recover from. Alright guys, I hope that's been helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Stay tuned for more updates. Take care now.